3 a.m. NW.
The trip started out, we were prepping for a big flight ahead. We had a lot of excitement. Going to Korea was like a lot of our first times going to Asia. It was a bit nerve-wracking though, because we knew that once we go there, there's like no coming back, so everything we brought was what we had. The flight was very comfortable, the food was good, they gave us a lot of drinks.
Continental omelet. Pain.
Sitting down for 16 hours straight is pretty tough, but you know, we made it work. It was a long flight. The time zone change was a bit weird and hard to adjust to. But as soon as we got to Korea, we realized how advanced everything was. Everything was super nice.
We're not even tired. Do I look tired? No, I'm not tired.
As soon as we landed, we're off on our way to go find the hostel. We were nicely introduced with a little cat named Obongi. After that, we got some snacks, and yeah, that was our first night. The hostel we were staying at was very small. We got a good deal on it, so we had a lot of time to really get connected with each other and get close for the next week, and yeah, it was a good time. First day, we were off and about around the city. We were checking out some of the main quarters. It was really beautiful. Sunlight was good. We got some really good coffee in the morning. We continued to walk around and check things out, and yeah, it was a beautiful day to be out in the sun. As we continued to walk around, we got to see some temples and other things. We found this really cool spot where you can kind of climb up these stairs and see like a good view of the city, as well as there's a nice park. We got to check out this really cool concrete infrastructure.
How long? 23. I'm okay, but seems like all the other guys are pretty fucking knocked out. Guys been pretty respectful.
Those are famous words.
Lucky for us, we had Kyle, who grew up in Korea. We were lucky enough to meet his mom, and where we got a really good meal in a really cool spot. I think all of us enjoyed it, and we definitely think that was probably one of the best meals that we had throughout the trip. After lunch, we went to this temple where there was a bunch of lanterns set up for a celebration. It was a really cool sight as there were so many different lanterns. It was very colorful and very beautiful. Our next stop was at a famous temple in the core of Seoul, which we were really excited about.
Hangdeokgung Palace.
What do you think's in the secret garden?
Good stuff. That's where they keep the good plants.
The temple complex was huge. We did so much walking and touring. The architecture was insane. Lots of really good photo spots. I think we all enjoyed it. They were giving out hats as there was a live performance with dance and music. The hats they gave us weren't fully assembled, so it was a bit difficult to figure out how to do it. And I think in particular Richard was a bit struggling to assemble the hat, and he was a little more tired. Eventually he was able to get it. Our next stop was going through this really cool area that had narrow streets. There was a lot of good food, including cheesecake, and yeah, it was really fun.
We're in no rush.
We were getting close to the evening, and we had some plans to meet up with one of Kyle's friends. We got to try raw beef for the first time, which was a really unique experience, especially the texture. The boys are pretty tired, so we had to call the night, and yeah, it was a good first little bit.
What are you most excited for today?
Probably the hike.
What have the prices been so far on the trip?
How am I supposed to answer?
This morning we got some really nice egg sandwiches, and we're ready to fuel up for a big hike for the rest of the day. The best part about traveling is the freedom that you have. Now we started to make our way to a big memorial in the middle of the city. Yeah, it was really cool, big and nice weather. We got to see this cool little duck pond.
Mr. Duck, is there something you like about this pond?
It was really nice to just go around the city and fool around. The subway was super convenient for traveling place to place. Today our journey was to climb the mountain that overlooks Korea. As we walked, we realized it was a pretty long journey, and the views were so nice along the way, so it made it very worth it. And yeah, it was a very long journey. It was really nice because most of it had these stairs that climbed up towards the top, and as you looked around you could see just the city.
It's pretty beautiful, man.
It's like buying a do-rag.
You know, I saw one guy in the window. He was looking at me. He's like flipping me off.
We were getting very close to the top, and as we kept going we had to do a little bit of rocky sort of climbing. But once we made it there, the view was just crazy. You could see everything in Seoul, and it was amazing.
It's good. That's good.
We definitely enjoyed our time at the top to look around, and then we started to make our way down. On our way down, we encountered this park, had some fountains, as well as this funny sort of body shaming exhibit.
Your standard. And let's go for your...
The hills are very steep, so we had this sort of method that Cal showed us to protect our ankles. After that long journey, we found a nice Korean restaurant where we got some authentic food to fuel up.
How many people do you think it would take to stack on top of each other to climb it? 9 on the bottom, 8 on the second layer.
Yeah.
Next was a temple where we got to see a lot of people dressed in traditional Korean clothing. This day was very hot, so we were trying our best to find ways to stay cool. They had some cool acts that were happening where you could see them do sort of reenactments and performances. It was really cool.
Do you think you're gonna finish this?
I'm worried for you.
John.
I'm a little loopy already.
Aiden's doing damage, bro.
Next up was some Korean karaoke.
But she ain't messing with no broke niggas. Now they saying she the gold nigga, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas.
After the karaoke, we went to a bar and met up with one of my friends, which was really cool. One thing I really like about Seoul is there's so many things to do outside, like the punching bag thing, getting street food, and sort of games and all that.
What do you think they do in the top floor of that thing?
I need that car so bad.
Korean rock, paper, scissors. It's universal.
Lucky for us, we live really close to the vintage district, and I think this is probably one of my favorite parts of the trip, as we got to vintage shop through all these sort of unique shops and places.
It's cool stuff. Want to get some big stuff, but can't bring it home, you know?
Yeah, I got the glasses. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Next, we went to this Korean museum where they had a lot of traditional pots and bowls.
Samsung, #1.
You know, I never really had matcha before.
I'm a matcha enjoyer for sure.
We were eating good. We stumbled across this waterfall show which had bright lights shining on the water.
I don't know. What do they have it there?
Today it was raining pretty bad, so we had to pull up the rain jackets, and we decided the best move was to go to the mall where we got to see this huge sort of display of books and that sort of thing. It was a really good experience. This is a video of me having some convenience store coffee that comes in a bag and you pour it into some ice. It's something I saw online and I really wanted to
Plus, Ottawa, but this one's gonna be like 10 times better for sure.
I'd probably be like playing with the bones or something. I'll be making the weapons.
What weapons do you think you would need to fight that?
Sword or an axe?
How big?
Dick.
It's big. I'm this ball. Oh, we're in Waterloo.
You because we ordered drinks at the bar, we had the opportunity to get some free prizes.
Favorite part, I think, is that night we had the chicken and beer.
Still gonna miss the food, man. Everything we ate was so good. I don't think we had a single meal that wasn't good.
The food, temples.
On our last day, we were able to check out this river that spans across Seoul. It was something we always wanted to check out, and it was so worth it. Very nice walking path, and yeah. That concluded our Seoul, Korea journey, and next off was to Hanoi, Vietnam.